Hi, I'm Carl from Internet Secrets Made Easy, and I'm here with Liz from Herbal TEAS Australia. And Liz approached me to market her product, but out of that I've become actually an avid customer of your teas. In fact, the teas are fantastic, and there's not many sitting on here that I don't actually use. But there was a question that came to my mind, and I think it's a question that a lot of your customers would feel, think about, or have in their mind, is that traditionally I'm a tea drinker, I was a coffee drinker, and so I would drink lots and lots of tea, which doesn't really have any medicinal value at all for you. So when I started to drink the teas, I realised as I talked with you, hey, listen, I need a cholesterol tea, which has had fantastic results, and my wife occasionally gets a headache tea, and there's a sleep tea. We're having great results of that with it. So help me to understand the question, or what I'm seeing or thinking is that here's a range that need for me. Are you finding that's happening with a lot of your clients? Like I used to think a tea was, well, I'll just get an Earl Grey tea and I'll have an Earl Grey tea and that's me. Tell me with this, help me to understand this, because I can see that from my point of view, my words, is that there's medicinal benefits of them. So how do I drink these teas?
Well, you're right, Carl. These are medicinal. They're designed to address different health issues, and yes, I do get a lot of customers asking, which tea should I choose? Well, what I explain to them is that this is part of their health and wellness journey. This is a bit like having a first aid kit. The headache tea, for example, is not something that you need to be drinking every day. It's worth having on hand just in case. However, there are people, customers who suffer from chronic headaches, so they do start by drinking the headache tea virtually every day as a preventative, because sometimes it can be a preventative, or as a cough tea, for example, is a perfect example there. The cough tea is a good tea to drink if you do get a sore throat or you get a funny throat. Drink that as a preventative so that doesn't escalate to be a cold or flu, whatever. But you don't have to be drinking that every day. That's a good handy tea to have on hand during the winter. Sleep, again, some people who are finding that they are chronic sleep deprived will find that by drinking that each night, they may only need to do it for a few nights, and they don't have to drink it every time, but they might find that that's useful, or to have it on hand in case.
So what I'm starting to discover as I've walked the journey with you and drinking the teas is that the tea, well, because we come from I come from a mindset, and I'm sure a lot of your clients do, or customers do, or a lot of us do, is that a tea is a drink that we have, after a meal or whatever. And these really, with herbal teas, have a wellness, health benefits. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm starting to understand that you really need to have a range of the teas. So if I've got a range of the teas, which I have, it's like there's a whole bunch there, and there's another half a dozen packets in our pantry, is that how long does the tea, if I buy one of these and I only, I've got aches of pain and I might only have it once a month or something, how long would I expect the tea to last, the tea?
Well, the freshest before date is around 2 years, so that you do have quite a considerable time before the teas become stale. They don't go off because they're not perishable, but they can go stale. I guess looking at these teas as an add-on, a part of your dietary and hydration, and the changes that people are often making in their health journey. I often get asked by people about what about tea or coffee, or they're dismissive of the value of these teas because they say, oh, I only drink coffee. And as I explain to them, that they should view these as a tonic for their body. For example, the cholesterol tea is a good addition to people who are needing to address and regulate their cholesterol. Now, this is not to say they should go on or off medication, but it can be part of whatever they choose to do.
So just correct me if I'm wrong there. So what this is effectively doing, which it's a testimony for me, that's assisting manage my cholesterol levels. That it's giving the body the opportunity to deal with the the cholesterol issue.
Well, herbs work by bringing balance to the body.
Okay.
That's why the blood pressure tea that I do, called Blood Balance, it will is very effective, whether it's low blood pressure or high blood pressure, because those herbs are looking to regulate the body.
Yep.
They work totally different to a medication.
Yep.
So you can't, although they are medicinal and they address health issues, you can't think of them as in terms of a drug.
Okay.
Because herbs are plant food. Our body resonates with it. Our body understands it, and they work as a tonic for your body.
So Liz, what it is when a client's looking, or someone's new to your herbal teas, and this is like, for me, this has been the journey, is really ideally identify what's the common issues in your life, and then carry that range of teas so that you drink a tea for that particular thing. Like here with calm, I think life is, we get stressed in life, and a calming tea can be when you're like stressed off your face. That calming tea can do that. Or like I find with alert tea in that dead time in the afternoon where you really just wind down, that's just a great picker. So correct me if I'm wrong, but really a client or a customer should address their range and then address their issues and then have a range of teas to suit their particular lifestyle or issues. Would that be correct in doing that?
Correct. But what I discuss with people is when they're finding that, which tea should I choose, what is the priority? What is the dominating health issue that they're dealing with? See, it may be headaches. It may be that they are chronic headache sufferers. So that would be the appropriate tea. There may be other issues that come into play, whether it's because they can't sleep because of it, or other issues. The aches and pains, again, that will address a range of different issues. I have testimonials from people who have rheumatoid arthritis or osteoarthritis, or they're recovering from a sports injury. So there's quite a variety, or even just a workout. Some people who feel they can hardly walk after doing a workout will benefit from the aches and pains tea because of the way that they operate.
Yep. So if someone wants to look at in a greater depth of each tea, where will they find a description and information about each tea?
Well, certainly on the website, the products, when you click on any of the teas, will take you to a description of the teas, but also a small or short video clip of me talking about that particular tea and discussing the ingredients that I've used.
Okay, fantastic. Well, thanks very much for your time, and like many of you out there, I hope that this has answered a question that I had, and it's probably a question that I understand that lots of your clients, customers ask, and so I trust that this has helped you in the journey of how you choose a tea. Thanks for your time.
Pleasure. Thank you.